Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Thanks to all of our witnesses for being here. Mr. Geis, I want to start with you because I understand that you are a Missourian and you are a St. Louis guy. Is that right? That is correct. Although I think you went to college on the other side of the state, or in my neck of the woods, Rockhurst University. Okay, very good. Now, were you born and raised in St. Louis?
I was not.
Okay.
He's helping me all the time.
I could hear you. It's fine. Keep going. You're on a roll. You're on a roll.
No, I was not born in St. Louis. I was born in Nebraska, but I'm not an atypical St. Louis story. I married a St. Louis girl, so I've been there for 26 years.
Oh, there you go. All right. Well, that's good. Hey, Will Clemia, that's great. You're a Missourian in my book.
Yeah, right?
Let me ask you, in your testimony, your written testimony, you included the helpful chart explaining how the SBIC program helps spur investment in small business. And I wonder if you could just give us an overview. Tell us about the SBIC program, what it is, and why it matters so much to Missouri.
Fellow Americans, patriots, freedom lovers, welcome back to the channel. If you're tired of watching our great country get hollowed out by corrupt elites and globalist sellouts, you're in the right place. Today, we're talking about something that should fire up every red-blooded American. Rebuilding our manufacturing base, the one that made this country strong, and how Senator Josh Hawley is finally calling out the truth the establishment refuses to admit. The title of the video says it all. Hawley, rebuild America's manufacturing base that globalists have hollowed out for decades. And let me tell you, he's absolutely right. The globalists have hollowed us out, and we're done letting it slide.
Just give us your perspective on that.
Yeah, so, I think I'd come at it from a couple of different angles. So first of all, it's a stable, long-standing program. It's been around since 1958. It's operated at a zero subsidy from the taxpayer since its inception. But I think what's critical about what SBICs do in Missouri and lots of other states is we provide that critical next stage of capital to really go create the growth to drive to the next level. So, oftentimes entrepreneurs go raise, capital, invest their own money to start their businesses. But when they hit sort of a critical inflection point, they need that next round of capital to really invigorate growth. And that's what SBICs do.
Yeah, very good. In fact, if I've got my statistics correct, in FY24 alone, SBICs invested in Missouri $192 million in more than 20 small businesses across the state. That capital supported over 3,000 jobs in the state of Missouri.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. We want every single one of those jobs.
Yeah, and I think, SBICs fill a gap, right? I mean, there are, everybody knows about, the capital markets and the large lenders and, larger private equity funds that ultimately invest, those large dollars of capital that we hear about. But SBICs are squarely in the heartland of America and small businesses. I mean, that's what we do day in and day out. So,
very good. Let me ask you to talk about the role that small businesses can play in the manufacturing sector and how SBIC can be used to help spur industrial growth. I mean, can you talk about that? Because this is a big need, and the backdrop here that I probably don't have to explain to anybody on the panel or anybody watching this hearing is that, in America as a whole, we have lost 4 million jobs, particularly in the industrial sector, to China since 2001. In Missouri, it's close to 60,000 jobs. We need more industry. We need more manufacturing of all kinds. Yep. Tell us about the SBIC component here for that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big focus of what we do. I mean, if I look at the Eagle funds, 25 to 35% of our investments are in manufacturing companies. And the stories that we could share within our portfolio are not too dissimilar from my other panelists here, but, we provide the capital to help build the new plant, to really spur and change growth. So that is what the SBIC program does.
Very critical. Thank you. Thank you for the work you do. Thank you for being willing to be here and to testify. And with that, I yield back to you, Madam Chair.
Great.
Now, in this Senate hearing, Senator Hawley speaks with a man from Missouri, Mr. Geis, someone who's helping funnel real investment into America's small businesses through the SBIC program. That's the Small Business Investment Company program. Ever heard of it? Probably not, because it's not flashy. It's not backed by the Wall Street elite, and it's not making headlines in the mainstream media. But it's helping American businesses grow, and that is exactly what we need. This program's been around since 1958, and get this, it hasn't cost taxpayers a dime in subsidies. It's all private capital being put to work to fund American dreams, not foreign factories. And in 2024 alone, it helped pump $192 million into 20 small Missouri businesses. That created over 3,000 jobs, real jobs, not gig economy fluff. And that, folks, is how we take our country back. Let's talk about the real crime here. Since 2001, America has lost 4 million manufacturing jobs to China. In Missouri alone, 60,000 jobs gone, shipped off to communist China. And why? Because the so-called experts and the globalists in both parties, yes. I said both decided it was more profitable to prop up foreign economies than to defend American workers. They said it would bring us cheap goods. They said it would lift global standards. But all it did was gut our factories, destroy our towns, and hand our supply chains to a totalitarian regime in Beijing. That's not progress, that's betrayal. Senator Hawley isn't just talking about numbers, he's talking about revival. Rebuilding our manufacturing base is about more than economics. It's about our national sovereignty, our dignity, our ability to defend ourselves, provide for ourselves, and control our future. And here's the kicker: SBIC programs are investing in manufacturing, not just tech startups, not just apps, but actual industrial infrastructure. Real steel, real jobs, real output. 25 to 35% of their investments are going directly into manufacturing businesses. You know what that tells me? The spirit of American industry isn't dead. It's just been starved, and now it's ready to roar back. This is what America First is all about. Not just a slogan, not just a chant at rallies. It means putting the American worker, the American factory, and the American future first. We need more people in Washington like Senator Hawley, people with a spine to stand up and say, no more. No more selling out to China. No more bowing to the World Economic Forum. No more letting our kids grow up in a country that can't even make its own antibiotics, cars, or clothes. You want to revitalize this country? Start with manufacturing. That's how we won World War II. That's how we built the middle class. That's how we built the greatest economy in the history of mankind. And we can do it again. So here's what I say to the bureaucrats, the lobbyists, and the Ivy League elites who said America's best days were behind us. You were wrong. America is not a service economy. America is not a vassal state to China. America builds. And we're going to build again, whether you like it or not. If you believe in rebuilding American industry, if you believe in strong families, strong towns, and a strong nation, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this message. Because we are done being silent. We are done being passive. We're reclaiming the American dream, and we're just getting started. God bless you. God bless Missouri. And God bless the United States of America.